Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is my usual weekly technical analysis outlook videos in which I will comment on what I think will happen to some FX crosses and equities. As always, before I begin, I want to clarify that this is not a solicitation or recommendation to enter into long or short positions in the names that I will mention in this video, nor do I have existing positions in them. This is not financial advice, and if you're using this content as a guide to trade, you are doing so at your own risk. Alright, let's start. These are the names that I have covered in past videos, and I will do a quick review on each of them. In the later section of this video, I will also begin covering these new names. I've put in timestamps, so please use them to skip to the names that interest you. I last covered dollar real on the 9th of June and said that it could stage a rebound off the 5.4062 support level. Now over here, that's exactly what happened. Dollar real, in my view, is still technically bearish due to a head and shoulders stop, and I believe the current upside and likely subsequent upsides are just correction phase that could go slightly above the neckline at 5.63. This correction phase could take some time. After the correction phase, I expect the dollar real to enter the bearish resumption phase. I reviewed the Aussie Kiwi on the 21st of June and said that I wasn't about to give up on the falling wedge over here that had a textbook target at 109.55. I also noted that the Aussie Kiwi was forming a cup and handle bottom. Let me show you. One that requires a close above the resistance at 1.0921. Now, Aussie Kiwi has rallied to a high of 1.0953, just 2 pips short of the textbook target, so I consider the falling wedge to be a success. And since then, overnight, in yesterday's session, Aussie Kiwi has completed this cup and handle pattern. So I am even more bullish on the Aussie Kiwi now. Textbook target is at 111.88. Now over here we can see that there were 4 sessions of overextension above the upper Bollinger. This one I expect the Aussie Kiwi to have a near-term pullback, maybe a 1 to 3 days worth of decline to slightly around the cloud support is reasonable, after which I expect downside to lose traction before resuming the upside thereafter. Moving on to names that I will be covering in future videos, I'll start off with the all-important dollar index. After recent failure at a bullish reversal, I believe the DXY is forming another bullish pattern, a falling wedge again. Completion, just to be sure, completion will be via a breakout above this resistance trend line, and if that happens, then the DXY is technically bullish. The textbook target is at 102.52. Now the latest close above the 20-day moving average is a positive sign. Alternatively, breaking below the support trend line will invalidate this bullish pattern and affirm DXY's bearish outlook. As previously said, when the DXY forms a falling wedge, more often than not the euro-dollar would form the opposite, which is a rising wedge. This bearish pattern will be completed via a breakdown below the support trend line, and if that happens, the textbook target is at 1.1075. Breaking above the resistance trend line will invalidate this bullish pattern. Moving on to equities, there is only one name I'll be covering, which is Cisco Systems. I believe it has completed a rising wedge, a bearish pattern via a breakdown below the support trend line. Now, I am now technically bearish on Cisco Systems because the textbook target resulting from this rising wedge is at 61.75. If Cisco Systems really reaches 61.75, it's highly likely to be already within the cloud. That means it has lost its position above the cloud. Very likely, further downside should prevail from there. I will cease coverage on Bitcoin going forward because the double top that I suspected to be forming was eventually invalidated after Bitcoin rallied above the 111,995 level on the 10th of July. A bullish outlook is now affirmed. That's the end of my sharing. I will give updates to these crosses and names only when there are meaningful development, and in the next video, it will highly likely be on new crosses and new names. If you like what I'm doing, please help me out by giving me a like, please subscribe and hit the notification button for more videos like this.